On today's video, Isaiah Buggs gets arrested again. The Chiefs sign a new defensive tackle. Justin Reid reaches out to the ACU crew, and Mecole Hardman gets a 9-foot monument in his hometown. Let's talk about it.
We're all chiefed up, and we're back with another podcast for that ass. Make sure to hit that like button, get this out to more Chiefs fans, and also don't be one of the only slap nut Chiefs fans out there that haven't subscribed to our channel yet. Hurry up and do that. Let's get this thing to 30,000 subscribers. Mike, what are we talking about today, my man?
Let's go. This is something I don't want to be talking about. Isaiah Buggs gets arrested again, Steve. Chiefs Isaiah Buggs charged with domestic violence and burglary. This is what they said. Isaiah Buggs has been arrested for the second time in a month after he was booked on a domestic violence burglary charge in Alabama on Sunday morning. Tuscaloosa County jail records show Buggs was released on a $5,000 bond. No further details about the arrest were available, Steve. Look, I don't even want to read the rest of that. You guys can pause it, read the rest of it. Why is this idiot still on this team at this point? He's not played a single snap for the Chiefs, and all he's doing is giving us bad press in the offseason.
Not a clue. A big, goofy-looking slap nut that don't even need to be on the team. Never suited up, hasn't contributed whatsoever, just bringing bad press in a time where we've had enough of it.
Enough!
There has been enough this offseason for people to run the Chiefs team name into the ground. Why are we allowing this fat boy to continue to do so?
Look, I'm pissed off about it. Brett Veach should have been on the phone today. I wouldn't even have called the dude. I would have called his agent. I would have said he's off the team. Go find him another job if you can even do that. He's probably going to be playing in the CFL. Have fun learning Canadian, buddy, says Andy Reid. I wouldn't put up with this crap. The fact that he's still on the team right now when we're recording this on Sunday night, which you guys are watching on Monday, is flat out ridiculous. I don't know what Brett Veach and Andy Reid are doing, but this dude should have been off the team weeks ago on the first incident. And look, if this all comes out that Tuscaloosa is really in cahoots to take this dude's license away because of a business he's running, we'll apologize. But I don't believe it.
Yeah, by the time this video drops tomorrow, Mike, Big Titty Buggs better already be cut off this team or I'm done.
God.
He better be working at the local Baskin effing Robbins, son. That's what he better be doing.
This dude better be at Cane's. When I go through the Cane's drive-thru, he better be saying, finger licking chicken, let's go. I don't know. He better be going with it. Report, Chiefs are signing a new defensive tackle, though, and this has nothing to do with Buggs, but it should. Alex Gubner earned the opportunity after impressing during the club's 3-day mandatory minicamp on a tryout, Steve. Sam McDowell reported this. He said Gubner, I don't know how he pronounces this, so I'll say Gubner.
Hello, Gubner.
Hello, Gubner. He was the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year in 2023, and this is what they went on to say. He played 58 games at the University of Montana going back to 2018, started 53 times while earning All-America honors. The California native is tied for 17th in Grizz history with 28.5 tackles for loss, 172 tackles, 10.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 block kick, and he intercepted 4 passes as a freshman, dude. He intercepts 4 passes. Something tells me he didn't know he's played defensive tackle.
I don't know. I didn't even know that Montana had a college. So that's
it's a Division II. The Grizz.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not a defensive tackle out there getting interceptions, but you never know. You never know. Maybe in Division II, the quarterbacks can only throw it back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not for sure. I think this is just another camp body, Mike. I know that you've always said we're a little bit thin on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Either edge rush or defensive tackle. There could be more added. I don't think this guy's anything that's going to come in and be groundbreaking, maybe take a roster spot or anything like that, but it'd be good, healthy camp competition. So it's a good signing, I suppose, and anything's better than Isaiah Buggs.
Right. Well, this is what he had to say. They interviewed him at his pro day, and this is what he had to say about his new team.
Mean everything. I mean, it's my dream. It's the only thing I want to do for a living, and I think I can. I think my film speaks for that, and hopefully today. And, I just want an opportunity, and whoever, is able to give me that, I'm going to, lay it all on the line for them every play, every down. I'm going to go 100% and do whatever they need me to do.
Hey, he seems very serious. He kind of seemed a little stressed out right there.
He seemed sad.
He seemed sad, tired, stressed out. But Steve, guys like this, under the radar, they're going to come in, they're going to give you everything they got. And because of this, they have cut Ryan Rickow, the punter, and essentially give that job to the punt god, Steve. And this will now bring our cap space down to right around $13 million. So I don't know if it's going to be anything, like you said, that affects this team long term. But hey, anything is an upgrade over Isaiah Buggs at this point.
Absolutely. Get him out of here.
Get him out. Let's move on. Steve, our boy Justin Reid got himself his second his second ring. And by the way, we were like, hey, let's reach out to Justin Reid. Let's see what happens with that little Miami 7. Is it a 7 or a 6? So we reached out to Justin Reid, if you guys know, and you watched our live stream the other day. We said, can you send us a pic of your ring for our live stream, specifically the scores from the playoff games? Thanks, bro. And he did not send us the scores of the playoff game. I think that they are keeping this hush-hush to themselves. This is what he sent back. He did get back to the ACU crew, and he wanted you guys to see his ring. It's the back-to-back. This is the Super Bowl overtime 25-22. Here's some up-close pictures, Steve. So what do you think? Is somebody getting fired over this? Do you think this is all a big misunderstanding? Do you think there was really a guy that did this wrong? Do you think Jostens did this wrong? Do you think it's even a big deal?
I really don't think it's a big deal. I think it's been blown out of proportion. Of course, you want something as cool as a Super Bowl ring to be like 100% accurate, right?
Right.
And the Chiefs organization spent a lot of money on these things. I don't know, Mike. Maybe there was a mistake. Maybe they're correcting said mistake and they're going to change these out or something. They're saying, just keep it under wraps for now, whatever. I don't know. Not a big deal, but it was cool that Justin Reid reached back out to the ACU crew and said, hey, check out our sweet-ass Super Bowl ring.
He did, right there in the car on the way out of the place. They had it at the Nelson Atkins Museum, Steve. We've been there several times. They had those big shuttlecocks right there in the front. And we're not talking about Chris Jones. Moving on, Mecole Hardman's hometown celebrates football star with a monument, Steve. This is what it said. Ashley Cable wrote this. The city of Bowman is gearing up to celebrate one of its own on Saturday as it hosts a ceremony to honor hometown football hero Mecole Hardman Jr. The highlight of the ceremony will be the unveiling of a towering 9-foot-tall granite tribute piece situated prominently on the corner of Highway 17 and 172. This monument will serve as a lasting testament to Hardman's achievements and his roots in Bowman, Steve. They go on to say, this event serves as a tribute to his accomplishments and testament to his hometown community. It's a beautiful granite 9-foot sculpture, my boy. Steve, you're not a huge Mecole Hardman fan, but I think that you could say congrats, Mecole, on this achievement.
Absolutely. Just because I'm not a huge Mecole Hardman advocate doesn't mean that I hate the guy. This is a really cool thing for him. So congrats on that. I think it's really cool that his hometown is showing him out, man. He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Whether you want to say he played a big part in that or not, he put in the work and he did what he had to do. And he even caught the game-winning Super Bowl touchdown. So, I mean, we've had a lot of people in the comments on these saying, is that a participation trophy? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not cool. Like I said, I'm not the hugest advocate, but at the same time, like, he's put in the work. He's a cool guy, and I'm happy that this got to happen for him.
Dude, he's a Georgia guy, a Georgia kid. He went to the University of Georgia. Did he win a championship at Georgia while he was there? I'm not for sure, but maybe. And then he goes on, and he's now a 3-time champion with the Chiefs. I mean, that's an accomplishment. Congrats, Mecole Hardman. Moving on, baby.
Hey ye! It's time for Beyond the Kingdom.
Beyond the Kingdom. This is where we look around.
I
knew it. I was waiting, and you still waited for me to interrupt. I appreciate that. But we're going outside of the kingdom, beyond the kingdom, if you will. We're looking at stories. This one right up the road here from us, Steve. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins to sign franchise tag and report to training camp. He is expected to report, says insider Ian Rappaport, on Saturday, Steve. Bengals fans are completely horned over this, and they think that has now pushed them over the limit. They are the greatest team ever assembled.
Over. It's all over.
And it's done.
Everybody else should just freaking quit this year because the Bengals already are hanging the banner. T. Higgins is back on the franchise tag, baby.
Nobody cares that T. Higgins is back. Like,
I'm confused. Was T. Higgins not there for the last 3 years? I'm confused.
Right. It doesn't scare me. And by the way, you need here's something better. Keep Joe Burrow healthy. Okay. Has there ever been a better combo? We had up some polls, Steve. We had, Jordan Pippen. We had, Mahomes and Kelsey. We had Gronk and we had Tom Brady. I almost threw up Joe Burrow on the IR. I mean, is there a greater combo than that?
Man, the thing about Joe Burrow is everybody's so quick to talk about how he's the best quarterback in the league or whatever, especially people from Cincinnati who are just completely delusional. But it's like, do we have to continue to pay millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for a wide receiver core to make this guy look good? Like, because let's get this straight.
Right.
T. Higgins is getting paid $22 million this year now Jamar Chase is going to garner more than that whenever they make his contract good. So I don't even know what the heck they're doing, man. The Chiefs are sitting over here paying people like Hollywood Brown $8 million, bro.
If I'm not mistaken, you can take every wide receiver's contract on our team right now. And I'm talking all the guys that are going to get cut. We've got like 12 of them on the team. You can add them all up, and they don't even come close to what they just gave him for one single year of signing that.
It might be close, but it's not much.
Dude.
Less or more, that's for sure.
Right. Moving on to another foolish team. The Chargers have signed safety Tony Jefferson, who come out of retirement, Steve. He's going to sign with the Chargers. Does this put the Chargers over the hump now? Are they going to be able to catch the Chiefs?
Tony who?
Right. Steve, Tony Jefferson, dude.
This is not news to me. It's kind of funny that someone came out of retirement to play for the Chargers, though. Why would you put yourself through that? Stay in retirement. Relax, brother. Go enjoy your life. Don't put yourself through that misery.
Dude, in 2022, he played for the Giants. In 2021, he plays for Baltimore and San Francisco. Okay, this dude's played 113 games in his career. He's got 4 interceptions, Steve, and 492 tackles, okay? Justin Reid has literally played for 6 seasons, okay? He's got 1 more tackle than he does, and he's got 8 interceptions, double his interceptions, okay? So if people out there don't think Justin Reid is a good safety, why does anyone fear Tony Jefferson's old ass, okay? It's horrible. It's a desperation signing. It's ridiculous. Moving on. The Falcons, Steve, got docked a 2025 5th-round pick and got fined over $250K for violating the anti-tampering policy. The NFL handed that out because of them tampering with Kirk Cousins, Darnell Mooney, and Charlie Werner, says Tom Pelissero. Steve, would you have given up that to bring in those 3? Like
I think it's pretty ridiculous. I think it's pretty ridiculous. Pick. Isn't it kind of weird they were tampering for Kirk Cousins? I mean, that's kind of wild to me.
The thing 3 of them they got caught tampering with.
And then they turn around and freaking drafted Michael Penix Jr. With the 8th pick overall. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? The Falcons are just proving over and over again that they're not a competent franchise. They have a lot of young pieces in place on this offense.
Yeah.
And I feel like anyone with any sense could probably get this team together, but I have no faith in them, dude. So they lost the 5th-round pick. Who cares? They were probably going to draft someone crappy anyway.
Dude, if you remember, the Chiefs got hit with one of these before tampering. They said we tampered with Jeremy Maclin in the offseason that he signed with us. They actually took one of our picks away. We were probably going to use that pick and try to get up and take Paxton Lynch out of Memphis.
Good thing it happened.
Good thing it happened because we traded out of the 1st with San Francisco and we got Chris Jones.
Right.
Okay, so that whatever we lost, I don't remember what it was, but whatever we lost, that was a blessing in disguise that we got that. So maybe this will work out in Atlanta's favor. I don't know why you'd want to give up anything for those 3 guys. But moving on, Steelers GM Omar Khan says that they declined Najee Harris's 5th-year option, but it was just a business decision, and that he explains that down the road they can still do something with Najee Harris. They just didn't want to pay the 5th-year option. Steve, what do you think? Was Najee Harris worth a 5th-year option? Do you think he's out of Pittsburgh? Like, does it even really matter? Like, is Najee Harris in the running back position kind of just done?
I wouldn't say done, but he's definitely not lived up to the billing. Like, when he first came into the league, people had very, very high expectations for Harris. He hasn't quite hit those, so this isn't surprising to me whatsoever. What's more surprising to me, if you allude back to the last story, is the fact that the freaking Eagles got away with tampering for Saquon Barkley. Of course, the NFL's darlings, they could not prove any tampering there.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't do it. This is what I think about Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren is their running back that they drafted, I want to say last year or the year before. They think he's more productive in his carries on the ground. They think he's more of a receiving threat. He's definitely going to be cheaper than Najee Harris. Najee might be out the door, to be honest. So
it'd be a good pickup for a team looking for somebody. I think there's still some gas left in the tank there. So
there's always some gas left in that tank, but don't mention him to KC. I'm over it. We don't need it.
That time's yours.
Time's yours, Chiefs Kingdom. Our first comment comes off of our short that we did that talked about the ring error with the Miami Dolphins as a 7 seed, supposed to be a 6 seed. And the Walker 665 says, I consider the Patrick Mahomes error ring to be now the holy grail of sports memorabilia. Steve, I think I agree. I think if you can get your hands on any of these rings, it is a relic, baby, that you would pay top dollar for. But if you can get your hands on Mahomes ring, that's insane. That has to be the holy grail.
Yeah. You take your 5 graded Honus Wagner rookie card, you throw that thing in the trash, and you get yourself a freaking Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl era ring, okay? Because that's what's going to be bringing in all the money now.
Game On 3468 says, Joe Montana was my greatest KC Chiefs player when I was a child. I still remember when it was announced that Joe was coming to KC. This was on our live, a comment to our live where someone asked, who is our favorite all-time Chief player, Steve? Joe Montana, that's a good choice, man.
Right. Well, we said that you couldn't pick Patrick Mahomes or Derek Thomas, so that does limit you a little bit because I think 99% of Chiefs fans are going to pick one of those two, right? But I think saying Joe Montana here is fair. I mean, for his time, he was the Patrick Mahomes back then, right? So
yeah,
I mean,
we got him late in the career, though, right?
Exactly. So, but still, when you have a name like that and your team's able to acquire him, you're always a little bit hopeful, kind of like the Jets are with Aaron Rodgers right now.
100%, man. So we released a video about the Justin Ross hype. It's his time of the year, man. This is where Justin Ross shines. We got a comment from TL Watts, said Justin Ross is nothing but a training camp star. And then Drew Swaggy says Justin Ross is a practice squad player. He had his chance last year. Looks like a lot of Chiefs Kingdom are moving off Justin Ross. Do you agree?
Mike, it's not surprising. Chiefs Kingdom, I love you guys, but you're not patient whatsoever. Look, you've already crucified Sky Moore. I don't think they can do another year of Justin Ross camp hype.
Nobody is safe around here. It's win now or get out. That's what the Kingdom says, Steve. Worthy, still injured. Trey says, he's good, guys. He'll be a weapon this season, and we will all be horned.
Let's freaking go, baby.
Those are words of wisdom. Moving on to Hollywood Brown. We were talking about Hollywood, and Bam says, Hollywood is going to have a great year. I feel it in my plums, Steve.
Feel it down in my plums, baby. Yeah, Hollywood's going to have a great year, right? There's no way around it. Him and Mahomes have some chemistry built up already. He's been waiting to play with a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes.
Will we be able to pay this guy after this year? Because I think he's going to garner a nice little paycheck. I don't know if the Chiefs will pay it or they'll just move on from him. So that's going to just be a story to watch all season long. We've got another one here from Nice. And they say, love seeing that cute little dude hug on our KC Chiefs champions and the love they shared with him. This was in response to the kids that got to come to practice. The little hug guy, you know, he was out there just hugging everybody.
Huggy Bear. That's his name.
Huggy Bear was out there hugging. And you know what? Who wouldn't want to hug that little guy? Like, he's just out there spreading the love, Steve.
That was an awesome thing to watch. It made you feel good watching it. It's freaking awesome. You got to love it. If you weren't smiling through that whole thing, you don't have a heart. You don't.
You're the Grinch. You're the freaking Grinch. Last one of the day. TCC882 says 30K subs, ? Come on, people. Hit the switch. Well worth the money. Thanks for the gas, TCC.
Absolutely. But I know what this guy's saying. How the hell are we not at 30K subs? We're the best damn Kansas City Chiefs YouTube channel out there. Hit that subscribe button now. Hit the like button and hit that bell, and we'll catch you next time. Go Chiefs.